This video will cover the topic, solving a linear equation with several occurrences of the variable, fractional forms with binomial numerators. In these types of problems, we are given an equation containing the sum of two fractions with binomials in their numerators. Then we are asked to solve for the given variable. Let's take a look at the problem we will be working through. We are given 3w plus 4 over 8 plus 9w minus 3 over 4 equals 5.
Okay, I understand that we're trying to solve for the variable, but looking at the problem, I'm not even sure where to start. How do we go about solving this problem?
Great question. Our first step in solving this problem is finding the least common denominator.
What is the least common denominator?
The least common denominator is the lowest common multiple of the denominators of the two fractions. To find the least common denominator, we can create a table listing our given fractions, denominators, the multiples of our denominators, and finally our least common denominator. The fractions we are given are 3w plus 4 over 8 and 9w minus 3 over 4. The denominator of 3w plus 4 over 8 is 8, and the denominator of 9w minus 3 over 4 is 4. The multiples of 8 are 8, 16, 24, and so on. The multiples of 4 are 4, 8, 12, and so on. We can see that the smallest multiple that each of our denominators have in common is 8. This means that our least common denominator is 8. Now that we have found our least common denominator, we multiply both sides of our equation by this value.
Why do we multiply both sides of the equation by the least common denominator?
Great question. Since the least common denominator is a multiple of each of the denominators, we can be sure that when we distribute, the denominators will cancel. Now we multiply both sides of the equation by 8. We use the distributive property on the left side of our equation. The 8's cancel here. 8 divided by 4 equals 2, and 8 times 5 equals 40. So now our equation is 3w plus 4 plus 2 times the quantity 9w minus 3 equals 40. 2 times 9w minus 3 equals 18w minus 6. 3w plus 18w equals 21w, and 4 minus 6 equals negative 2. So our result is 21w minus 2 equals 40. Now we add 2 to both sides of the equation and divide both sides by 21. Our final answer is w equals 2.
Okay, so in order to solve a linear equation with fractions and binomial numerators, we must first find the least common denominator. In order to cancel the denominators of the fractions, I must multiply both sides of the equation by the least common denominator. Finally, I distribute where I need to and solve for the given variable. Then I have my final answer.
That's exactly right. Great work.